Hello, everyone. This is Nikki Witt, and we are here starting part 3 of our journey through the Song of Prayer. We are starting the section on healing today. And we're talking about the introduction. It's a very small paragraph, one paragraph. So you'll notice that the reading of the section was only like 40 seconds or something, but I encourage you to listen to it if you don't have the book and aren't following along that way. So since this is such a small section, it's kind of a good review because it goes back and talks about prayer and it talks about the role of healing. So I'm just going to kind of go through it line by line and let you know what I'm thinking about. So the first line says, prayer has both aids and witnesses which make the steep ascent more gentle and more sure, easing the pain of fear and offering the comfort and the promises of hope. So if you remember back in the first section when we talked about prayer, remember it's a ladder of prayer and we're ascending this ladder. And if you'll remember, there were times where the whole concept was basically that as we start to realize that we are in charge of our world, that nobody is doing anything to us, there can be this point where we start feeling a lot of fear because we projected everything out there. And once we see that, we start taking back on us. There's parts where we can have a lot of fear and we step back, we go backwards. And basically saying that, prayer has these things that go along with prayer, forgiveness and healing, that will help you on this ascent, that will help you ease that fear as we go along. Okay? So sentence 2 says, forgiveness is witness and an aid to prayer. A giver of assurance of success and ultimate attainment of the goal is healing. So, healing is forgiveness's witness. So what do you think that means? Okay. So forgiveness here is the real point, right? And healing is just the witness to the actual forgiveness. And he says also it's a giver of assurance of success and ultimate attainment of the goal. And that is one thing that the Course talks about a lot, is that the goal is assured. We are all getting there. We are all going home. In fact, we are already there, and we're just living this loop, this dream. So there's no way it's not going to happen for you, okay? It may be in this dream lifetime. It may be in another one, but there is no time. So we're all getting there in the end. We're already there, and that is assured. Okay. And then he talks about which is healing. Importance should not be too strongly emphasized, for healing is a sign of symbol of forgiveness's strength. Have a beeping bond. Okay. And only an effect or shadow of a change of mind about the goal of prayer. So, oh my God. So that's a really important line, because I think a lot of the times people get into spirituality, they start, new self-help programs or spiritual programs because they want to heal. That they make healing is the goal. Healing is the false idol, right? That if I could just heal, whether you're talking about a physical illness, physical symptoms, pain, or healing your mind. Like, I just don't want to feel this way anymore. I want to be happy. I want to have a better life. And we make healing the goal. And this is really important to say, no, healing is just the effect. It's not the cause. What the real goal is forgiveness. Okay? Because forgiveness is what shows your change of mind about the goal of prayer. Remember, the goal of prayer was to join with God, to know our oneness with God and with everyone around us, to realize we are all one, and to just join with God and to give up our asking of things, right? So if that is the goal, then the way to get there, as Jesus told us in the last session, is through forgiveness. We can't see our oneness. We can't let our ideas of separatedness go until we learn true forgiveness, until we stop seeing us as separate people in separate bodies. Okay? And then the effect of that change of mind the being the oneness with God and with everyone is healing. So healing comes about because of the change of mind. The change of mind being that we are now realize we are one, we have forgiven the world. So healing is not if you go into anything looking to get healing, then you're kind of giving to get, right? So if you say, I'm going to pray every day, I'm going to try to forgive as hard as I can, I'm going to do all of these things so that I can heal. It is giving to get. Now, but I would also say that even if that is the impetus, that once you get in there, if you make the transition at some point going, oh, forgiveness is the real point, joining with my brothers is the real point, then healing is obviously possible because that is the effect. But a lot of times I know for myself, I want to heal a situation, a financial situation, any situation. And so I do things that I think are spiritual that are supposed to help me, right, to heal that situation. And it just turns a big circle, round and round and round, because it's not the correct motivation. The correct motivation being love, being oneness, and that the peace of God, and that being all that I want, and being vigilant for the kingdom of God, and then all else will be added on to you. But we have to kind of take that all else will be added onto you and put that out of our mind, right, until it happens. Because I feel like for me, a lot of times that has been a trap. Like, I'm going to be vigilant for the kingdom of heaven so that all else will be added onto me. So it becomes a so that instead of an and. And for me, that's just been a big thing to be aware of. So I just bring it up. And that is all for today. So next week we'll start in healing in earnest, and we will talk about the cause of sickness. See you then. Love you all. Bye-bye.